All right, so we are going to do the P96 and Slim Challenge. Who all here has their product or are going to get it? Cool, Courtney. Anybody else? Alex, you have it, or Amanda? Or Amanda, you're pregnant. And Tara. You're muted, Amanda.
I want to find a way to kind of like modify it. Like I want to still promote being active and making all those healthy choices, but obviously like I'm not trying to lose weight. Like
Right.
I'm pregnant, so that's obviously not going to happen. So.
Well, you can always
but maybe modify it to like where I'm at.
Yeah, totally. And if we have any other pregnant people that are joining to do even the triplex, then we can do that. It's not so important that everybody's on the Slim and the P96. So if your customers prefer to do something else, that's fine. But we want to try to get everybody involved. The whole idea that I had for this customer page when I first started it was so that everybody, all the ambassadors were on it. You could make that, it would be like your page. It'd be an extension of your page for your customers. And so it's not just my customers, it's everybody's. And I just kind of wanted it to be like a huge support group. And then also a place where we can post kind of wide reach income opportunity posts and deals that are going on to kind of bring back old customers. That's the whole kind of idea behind the customer page. I know that we have a lot of customers in there that are not current customers. They have either fallen off or whatever. And so I'm hoping that this will kind of help motivate them and bring them back. So the reason I wanted to tell you guys why I waited till January 1st instead of having everybody buy product, like mid-December so that they would get their products by January 1. The whole point of it, and I shared this with Courtney. Courtney and I got to talk on the phone for an hour and kind of brainstorm some ideas. So it was awesome. The whole reason I waited until January 1 to launch this was so that you guys could earn credits for convention. When you go to Super Saturday, Amanda and Courtney, you guys are going to hear about convention credits that day at Super Saturday, and then they'll release it to everybody else. So, but they backtrack to January 1. And I remember that from last year because I was thinking, oh, I wish I would have known that. I remember thinking that last year. So that's why I wanted to really start off with a bang in January. So I have a story I want to tell you guys at the end of this. But let's kind of talk about what the expectation is for the group and for the challenge. Has anybody here had anybody bite or buy the product? Anybody yet? Nobody? Okay, me either. So I have a story for you guys at the end of this to keep y'all encouraged, okay? Anyways, but during the challenge, we need to make sure that we're keeping the high energy level up on the page. And how you do that is that you post, and it's not just coming from one person. So that's kind of what I wanted to bring you all together and talk about and decipher who wants what days. And there's one other person, I think there's two other people who wanted to do this challenge. So we may have to get together with them separately to talk about like what day that they want. So each ambassador would have one day. So for this month, Amanda, you'd have Mondays. Alex would have Tuesdays. Courtney would have Wednesdays. So something like that. So if there's a day that works better for y'all, maybe we can talk about that specifically. But what we'll be doing is we'll post a morning, a lunch if you can, and an evening. So definitely morning, definitely evening. And these posts will just be, I want you guys to run it. I want us all to have the freedom to post whatever we want, as long as it's motivating, it's healthy, it can be a healthy recipe, it can be a healthy snack. And then for sure, I want us to post a workout that people can be using. Courtney and I found Pop Sugar channel. It's just 30 minutes or less workouts. Some of them are 7 minutes, some of them are 15, and it's just in-home workouts that are done within like 300 square feet. So, and it's with no weights. And so it's really easy for people to do. It doesn't cost them any additional money, a gym membership. And so that could be something else that you could promote with your other promotions. And let's see, if you guys have food prepping ideas, I definitely want to post something. I think Courtney and I talked about food prepping, and she's a family of 6 people, right? Or 7. 7. And so food prepping is just out of the question for her family. So what would be awesome, Courtney, is if you could sort of brainstorm, because you're not the only big family. You are not the only one. So people could probably really use your advice on how to meal prep for a large family. And so things like that, anything that's going to help them and give them tools to succeed, beyond the plexus, that's going to be really helpful for the whole and the energy level and all of that. We're going to do like weekly check-ins where people can post their progress if they would like to. And I'm thinking we'll do giveaways. Hi, baby. We'll do giveaways. I'm thinking like little gifts, like, who was it? There was another ambassador on our team. Stephanie. It was Stephanie. She posted a water bottle that you can put like citrus and fruit in, and then it has like little blades and you can like twist it, and it puts like, and that is awesome. That's a great gift. And I'm not sure how much she paid for that, but I'm sure it wasn't much. And she said she got it from Walmart. So super easy gifts like that we can give away that aren't necessarily plexus related. And I even thought about doing like a major prize at the end. So everybody that kind of shares their progress at the end of the month, I'm just going to throw this idea out there. I was kind of thinking about throwing in a magic bullet. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Okay. Y'all are saying, yeah, I don't know what it's called. So I thought about throwing in something like that, because it's like a $40. That's not too expensive, but it's a great gift for people to kind of work towards. And it would also help them in the future for their health journeys. So that's kind of the whole point, is to kind of get people motivated to make this a sustainable journey. And like I said on the original post too, promoting it in a way that we are not making the shakes seem like a meal replacement. It's something that they are adding into their diet just to increase fruits and vegetables. That's it. We're not replacing meals, although I didn't have any eggs, and Logan and I are on a no wheats or sweets fast right now. And I didn't have any eggs, and all I had was oatmeal, and I wasn't sure if that crossed the boundary. So I was like, well, I'm just going to have one of my shakes. And I had a shake today with raspberries and a chocolate protein, the slim, and a handful of greens. And I was full. Like it felt like a meal replacement, but I was hungry in 2 hours. So I guess that's the difference, is that naturally any kind of whole food diet, you're going to be eating more often. And so we need to educate on that as well in the group too. Like Logan and I are not eating any wheats. And so we told each other today, like, really what we need is really healthy things that we can kind of graze all day, because you get hungry faster, and it's great for metabolism too. So that's something we just have to educate people on, that it's not a meal replacement, but it definitely is added into our current regimen and what we're trying to achieve for 2016. Let's see. Oh, today I've been looking for this post for so long with the some of the testimonies from other people that have done the P96 with the Slim. And you all saw me post that in the comments, hopefully in that post. Those are all of the people that did it for like 14 days, 24 days, however long they did it. They were getting those results pretty quickly. And that's why P96 was flying off the shelves, and they couldn't even keep it in stock, which is why I actually haven't promoted it in probably a year, because it wasn't available. And the only people that could get it were ambassadors. Like the customers didn't even stand a chance. And so that is something that you can promote with this as well, is that it's like I did today. it was flying off the shelves, so much so that we had to wait months sometimes to get it. And it was awful. But as soon as they would send us an email and say, vanilla's back in stock or whatever, and it would be gone within like 20 hours, like all of it that they had just made and spent like 2 months creating. So now it's all caught up. They sent us an email probably in October saying that they're all caught up and they increased the quota so that we shouldn't be running out. And that was why I wanted to do this, because there's so many good results coming from it that I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but now we actually feel secure on it. I want you guys to be a participant. Even if you're not on the P96 and the Slim and you're not doing the shakes, I want you guys to be working out. I want you to be a good testament to the products and what they're doing for you, so that at the end of the month, you can share that progress with not only our customer page, so that your current customers and your new customers coming aboard can see how the products have worked for you and how it's motivated you. This whole support system has motivated you to eat a little better, work out, whatever. And then it also gives you your testimony at the end of the month that you can share on your personal page. So make sure you guys are participating, being consistent with your products, drink your water. Your customers are watching and your potential customers are watching. They want to know if the product works. And unfortunately, it has to be a more physical thing sometimes for people to be interested. But not always. If somebody can relate to you on a health issue that has been resolved with Plexus, then absolutely they're going to jump on that. But most people can't always relate to that, but they see it before and after, and they see your progress. They're definitely going to be like, okay, what are you doing? I surrender. And then make sure you guys are documenting your measurements. So as scary as it may be, and Amanda, obviously this is not going to work for you because you're going backwards. As scary as it may be, y'all need to be measuring yourselves and weighing if you must, and taking a picture front, side, back, even if it's just for your own knowledge, so that you can see the changes and you can see the difference. And then I would love for y'all to be brave and to share that. I know that sometimes it can be hard, and I'm also speaking for people who are not on this call right now but are going to be watching it later. The braver you are, if something feels scary, then that's why you should do it. When you go over those barriers, some crazy things can happen. So I want y'all to be brave and document that and keep track of that. So weekly, I think that email shows a weekly, and I already measured and took pictures, and I took actually pictures on December 3rd because I had tried to start this sooner. But you know what? There's something to be said about the support group and the excitement of all of us doing this together, because today it was like super easy, just knowing that we're all doing it together. So I think that's what the difference is between now and early December. When you guys are posting, if you're getting a like, especially a comment, you'll have to be following up. A lot of times people are going to like it because that seems exciting, but they may not send you a message and ask you about it. So make sure y'all are following up. Follow up is so key. It always is, but especially when we have sort of a deadline and we're calling people to action by having their orders in by the 15th so we can all begin together. So make sure you guys are following up. And then let's see. We're almost through here, which is awesome. Okay, so we'll be doing check-ins on the actual page weekly. Whoever has Monday or whatever day of the week we want to do it, then we'll do a check-in that day. And towards the end of the month, 1 week before the challenge ends, I want you guys reaching out to your challengers and asking them how they've done personally, because they may not post, but ask them how they're doing personally. And if they are loving it and they love the results that they've gotten, this is an opportunity to turn them into ambassadors. We did the 7-day challenge, and this is exactly what we did. We posted 3 times a day. Each person had a duty, like had a day that they would post. And then after the 7-day challenge, we asked if they would, or how they did on it. And if they loved it, then we recommended being an ambassador. I think I gained 2 ambassadors from that. And so it can happen. And so this is a great way to get them to try the products and hopefully have results. And then, if they have results, why wouldn't they share it, Let's see. Oh, I missed this in the beginning. When you guys get your challengers, make sure you introduce them to the group just like we do on our team pages. I love this. I think that it really will help change the atmosphere of our customer page. I think it would bring up the energy more. And then you guys obviously go back in and welcome them to the group when you see another challenger added. So make sure we're doing that. I love that. And I think our challengers do too. Like our 7-day challengers loved it. Okay. So that's it. That's all I had. What is there any day of the week for you guys, and you can unmute, that works for you that you would like to post? And also I will say, even if you don't have any challengers, I would love for this, even if it's not every, like Courtney, if you choose every Monday, it doesn't have to be every Monday for like the rest of the year. But if you like posted something every once in a while, I can still take the brunt of it, just because I'm the leader on that page. But I would love for you guys to have like a designated day to post. So is there any day of the week for you guys that works for y'all, or is it every day, or?
Not Tuesdays.
Not Tuesdays for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can do Tuesday, Sherry.
Okay. Cool. Anybody else? Courtney, do you have a day?
I'm a stay-at-home mom. I sit on my butt all day, so
you're
whatever
like
works.
every day. Amanda, do you have a day?
I can do Mondays or Thursdays.
Let's put you on Thursdays.
Okay.
I had to show you all my baby because he's just learning to crawl, and it's really cute.
That's so exciting. Is this your last one, Courtney? Or you want to have
Yes.
more? It is?
How many, Courtney, how many kids do you have?
I have 5 altogether, but I only gave birth to 3.
Oh. A house full.
Yeah, they're all boys too.
Oh
boy.
My.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's a madhouse over here.
Courtney, do you want to have Mondays?
Sure.
Okay. And then I'll get with the other girls and see what days they want. Okay, so if you can't get a lunch break, don't sweat it. Morning and evening, it's most important. Sorry, just coughed in the mic. Mornings and evenings is most important. If you guys need help on a day, like something came up and suddenly you can't post that day, you can reach out to me or your ambassador, whoever, and we will help cover for you. And then this happens to me every time we do a group. I have my water this time though.
So like even if you don't necessarily have anybody from that you have sold product to wanting to do the challenge, you will take over your day just as part of support for everybody that's following this page. Or do you only want do you only want people to actually be posting on these days if they actually have people that are participating?
I think it would be awesome if you did, but don't let it burden you. That's what I don't want. If you don't have a customer, don't feel like, well, don't let it burden you. I want you to benefit from it. The whole idea of everybody having a day is not just to kind of disperse the work, but
Yeah.
also that if you have a customer and they see you posting, then they're like, oh, that's my ambassador, and she's posting on this big group. And so that's really the whole idea behind it. So just don't let it burden you. If you want to post, go for it. And then if it ends up that, towards the 15th, if you don't have anybody and you decide to step down from that, just let me know. I'm not going to sweat it. I post every day anyway. So, Tara, do you want a day?
Yeah. I'm
What day do
pretty
you
much
want?
available any day.
You
What
want to
days
take
do you have
over
left?
Wednesday,
Wednesdays?
Friday, Saturday, and
Wednesday or
Sunday.
Friday? Yeah. I was just going to do Monday through Friday, but depending on how many people we have involved. So,
I can do Fridays.
okay.
And I'll help you, Tara. No worries.
All right.
Cool. Okay. So, so I have to share this story with y'all because I was talking to Logan. He's on his way home. And I told him, I'm like, well, today I was following up with some people. And I told him I got a couple no's. And I told him it still stings, like after 2 years. And I'm surprised that it still stings. And I think it's mostly because I know in my heart that I'm trying to help. And my fear is how they construe that. Like she's reaching out to me and she's trying to sell me this product. And so I just want to let y'all know that even in 2 years down the road, I mean, not everybody says yes to me, and it still is a struggle when I get a no, and I have to kind of sit back and I have to kind of like, okay, but I have had so many yeses in the past, and it's not going to be my only no. And who knows, I can't tell you how many times they have come back and said, you know what, I'm ready. And so I wanted to encourage you guys that after you get the first couple no's, it gets easier. And for this challenge, it will get easier hearing no, but just know that it's not about you, and it's not about this business. It's not about that. It could be just that they're not in the place, or maybe they're trying to do it on their own for their New Year's resolutions. And that was something else that I've already seen somebody post today. A friend from home, that she posted about supplements and how she doesn't understand why anybody needs to do supplements. She thinks it's a sad world that we live in because everyone feels they need supplements to lose weight. Well, I had a hard time not saying anything, so of course I did. And the thing of it is that supplements are a great tool to just make you feel better overall, because I was eating organically clean for a long time, and my resting heart rate was still in the 90s to the hundreds, and I still had adult acne and lots of other minor health issues. And so I knew there was a missing link. And when I started supplementing long before Plexus, I noticed a difference. Not as major as I have with Plexus, but I did notice a difference. So as we have people thinking that in the new year, they want to do it on their own, and they feel like, no, I can do this. I don't need supplements. I can go to the gym on my own, and they don't want any help. I remember thinking like that. And I also remember eating crow, because there's more to the health journey than just dieting and exercising. There's so much more, and the support is huge. And so that's something we really have to push. And with that said, the whole reason I'm telling you guys this is because I told Logan that she posted that, and I kind of feel like that's what people think. And so if you aren't getting a lot of bites right now, don't be discouraged. He had a patient come into his office and say the exact same thing. So he was saying, this is the story I want to tell y'all. He has a patient who runs a personal trainer or small group training gym. And that gym membership is $150 a person. And then if you want personal training, it's even more. And Logan asked him, he said, hey, is it like crazy busy at your gym right now because of the New Year's resolutions? And he said, no, this is actually the slowest time of the year for them. And he said, but by February 15th, and this isn't to discourage you either, but February 15th, he said, we start getting business back in the door. And he said, by March, we're full swing. And he said that that trainer told Logan the exact same thing I told him. And he said, people just feel they can do it on their own, but they find out that and another thing is that people don't want to spend $150 a month. They start thinking, oh, well, I've been there. So this year I want to do things better finances wise, and I'm just going to go to 24-hour fitness and do everything I learned there. And so here's what happens. They say those people always come back because what they do works. And so with Plexus, we know that they work. We've seen it all. We've seen, Amanda, you've seen it work, and you guys are still pretty new, but we've seen the testimony. So people will come back. They will start saying, okay, maybe I do need a little bit of help. Like I just added an ambassador this last month who she's got a super clean diet. She's a nutritionist and a coach, and she's got this super clean diet, and she works out. She knows everything. She knew she needed help, and she used a 7-day trial. Within 7 days, her bloating went down, and that's why she joined as an ambassador. She knew there was something missing. And so I don't want y'all to get discouraged. If it comes to the wire and we have, just 1 or 2 people who have participated, I want y'all to know that y'all aren't going to be left out. Y'all are participating too. And so I plan to do something for y'all as well. So don't feel like if we don't get everybody this month, just get your testimony, work out, work hard, and be consistent with your products so that you have a wonderful testimony that you can share. And then I will compensate you guys somehow. We'll do a drawing. I don't know. I haven't really totally thought it through, but I don't want y'all to get discouraged about not having a huge group for this. Does that sound good? That was a really long story. Was that helpful at all, knowing that information?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want us to start posting now on that page, or do you want us to wait until the 15th?
Let's wait. Yeah, let's wait. And then welcome everybody. Yeah, let's wait. Okay. And then after this month, when we get to like February 15th, if people feel like they want to jump in and do it again or jump in at all, then we can do it again if y'all are all available and comfortable with that. So this could easily be an ongoing thing, like the actual posting, not necessarily the P96 and Slim challenge, but in general, this could be an ongoing thing. So I just saw it's $15. Did y'all get that message too? Did y'all see
What
it?
is it?
Oh, $15 a month to have this keep going? Like
To have the Zoom app?
Yeah, I guess so.
It popped up on mine.
It did.
No, mine just told me it ends in 10 minutes. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine said $15 a month for unlimited.
Ugh.
Subscription, because 15 a month is kind of steep for me right now. Okay. So
That's
do
like
y'all have
a
a
anything to add?
package of diapers, so that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Girl. Is there anything y'all want to add, or y'all would like to see happen with this challenge? Have you thought about anything extra?
Well, no, this is just one of those random thoughts. So I haven't posted anything on my Facebook about this challenge because I was waiting till, I got more information. So should I go ahead and post about it now that
Yeah.
it's starting in a week or so? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely, you want them to get the product before we actually start.
And
Yeah.
on that
Yeah,
note,
I like
too,
your face.
it's okay to start after the 15th. But the reason why we put a date on it is to give them a call to action. It kind of gets
Yeah.
them feeling like, oh, I better hurry up and order now so that I get my product then. And so that's the whole point of the date. But it's okay. If people want to jump in later, that's fine. And they say there's like a statistic that by Valentine's Day, like 80% of people fall off their New Year's resolutions. And that's like crazy. And I never used to have New Year's resolutions until like a couple years ago. And I don't know. I don't know if
I
that's
think this is our first year of like saying, man, this year we need to do this. I think it was our very first year of actually just deciding that. Are you excited?
cool. I hope that everybody has success on this. Okay.
You gonna blow kisses, Benson?
Well, if y'all don't have anything else to add, let y'all depart and promote it and be like stuttering. Be creative with your posts. Even though it is,
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Don't follow your heart. I always say that.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Go get it. Go get it. It's okay.
If y'all feel like you should post something about this challenge in a different way than what you've already probably seen, do it. There's probably a reason that thought's in your head.
I feel like I have such a hard time being creative.
Me too.
So I'm not a creative person. Oh,
I
this is
kind of
hard.
promoted it as a group versus just the product. Instead of just saying, oh, we're doing a challenge with, you know, just the Slim and the P96, we're starting a group that, you know, you can actually build a relationship with us. You know, that's the one thing that I think a bunch of strangers that you're trying to call them into a group is they don't know everybody. And so it's just, if you know, build a support group within it and they see that all of us are active with it, it'll definitely help when you have other customers saying, yeah, you should definitely join this group. It's so fun. And it's just more about the group versus the product.
Yeah.
So with that
That's true.
said, Alex had a situation this week where somebody reached out to her and said, hey, that all sounds great, but I don't want to do the plexus. So can you just send me like what y'all are going to be doing? Like send it to her email, like the recipes and all of that, which, you know, we haven't really discussed all that because I wanted y'all to be the driving force in that. So we had to handle that. But
Just send it to my email.
So poor Sherry. I sent Sherry a message. I'm like, what do I say to this?
and it's so hard because you're like, I really want to help them because that's just our nature. We're all in this business.
Mhm.
But we just have to be really careful about what we do with our time and making sure that we spend limited time. You can kind of give them tips here and there, but don't spend hours with them. I made that mistake as a new ambassador, just in helping other ambassadors. Like I was helping people I don't even know, like on the team pages and stuff. And so, you know, there's a point where you have to refocus and you have to make sure that they understand that this is your job, like this is your business. And so they have to respect that this is your livelihood. Just like you don't, what was the example I gave Alex? I can't remember. Like you don't ask a personal trainer
fitness trainer, yes,
to train you for free, you know. That's not fair.
Yeah.
It only benefits one person. So,
Yeah.
and not that we're trying to get all the benefit, you guys. I'm not trying to say that. Just, you know, as you start growing and you have a customer base, you're not going to have time, I promise. So it's good practice to learn how to deal with those situations. And all we did, Alex, was, what did you tell her?
I just told her, you know, that it's more of a group effort. It wasn't just going to be me posting and providing all of this information. You know, it would be my whole team, and it's really a group effort. You know, I told her I'd be willing to help her, and I told her I get a lot of stuff off of Pinterest for home workouts or how to eat healthy and things like that. And she was like, okay. I mean, she was polite and she understood.
Yeah, that's a great way. I mean, just send them in a direction. That's what I usually do. Just send them off. Go this route.
Whoa!
That was polite. It's like, I really don't care, but here's where you can find some information. Look it up yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Benson, you can't chew on cords, man.
There was one more thing I was going to say about what Courtney was saying, and now I done forgot. I knew I would. I think that's it.
I tried writing everything down, and from what I have wrote down, you mentioned everything so far.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, sweet. I'm excited, and I hope we get some bites, and I hope we can get some sales so that we can up our credit convention credits. I should talk about that. No, I'll wait. I'll wait for Saturday. Y'all are here about it, and we'll do a recap. Okay. Well, y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming on. And Thursday, I'm going to try to do another training for ambassadors and talk about the auto qualification in the back office. I think it's one of the most unclear things starting out, and it seems scary. And so I want to calm some nerves a little bit. So hopefully, maybe I'll see you guys Thursday, especially your teams. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good night.
Okay.
Night.
You too. Good night. Bye.